Hello everyone, it's our last fruit and vegetable this week. This is our apple block. So save the nice and easy for the end. You are welcome. My name is Jennifer Long from Sew a Story. I'm a fabric designer with Riley Blake Designs. And I've been enjoying so much starting the year off 2024 by eating the rainbow together, literally. So trying to eat healthy in our family. It's always hard in the winter months and it's darker and you're just trying to get fresh produce. But it's also just such a happy in my sewing room with all the great reminder of all of these vegetables and the rainbows, of course, as well. So let's get started on that apple. So the apple is all stitch and flip and straight sewing. There is no other techniques. So this is definitely beginner friendly. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my pinning techniques on this apple. And then just mostly when you're cutting this apple, if you want these prints to be like if they're directional or you want them to match at all, if you're doing a stripe, let's say, then you just be aware of that when you're cutting. And note that this side, I'll explain it to you when I drop the camera down again. This side drops down just a little bit lower so that we can have room for that stem in there. All right, so shall we get started? Let's do it. This apple block is a really fun block. So I'm just going to talk it through with you here. We've already learned all the techniques, so I think you will be, I know you will be just easy to get through all of this together. But so we're going to do cutting. When you're cutting out your apple, just make sure you're aware of your directional print. So if you are using a directional print, that you don't have it rotated in any way, or if you do, that's okay too. Apples kind of can rotate. So this is just easy corners or stitch and flip corners, and you're kind of assembling the apple half at a time. This left side of the apple is just nice and easy. I got the little tractor fussy cutted there. On this side, it's basically the same thing. So the bottom is the same. The top is shorter and it has a little stitch and flip corner because then this piece is assembled. So this is the leaf. I made a little cute blue leaf since it's a green apple. We've got this piece is assembled just the leaf and this top piece. Then we have this bottom piece, which is the stem. It's almost like the same as the leaf, but it's the top of this apple and then a white section. And then you sew those together and then you add your other corner and then you just match your corners again. So when you're flipping here, you can use that same pinning technique that I showed in week 3. So you just find your corner and you place your pin through it so it's standing straight up and down. Turn it, have your second pin so it's just nice and straight. And then when you open it up, you sew it along, you're aiming right for that pin along that 1/4 inch seam allowance. So you can see as I'm sewing, I'm aiming right for that standing tall pin. The reason why I did that, if you haven't seen that video, is just that if you don't do that, and you just have the one pin, you can actually sometimes pull that top layer over just slightly when you pin it. And then so you're just gonna be a little bit like maybe frustrated because you're like, I pinned it exactly, but then you actually ended up pulling it over when you tucked it under. So keep it nice and straight and then just pin it again to hold. Then you have that beautiful apple. And we, of course, need to talk about our stuffed apples. I know this is so popular. This is a yummy cinnamon stick that's put in here. I show you all the tips and tricks over in the Makers Club. This is a Makers Club pattern. We have been asked to actually create a paper pattern for it. So you can check the shop when you're watching this video if the paper pattern is live and you want to buy just the individual pattern. Otherwise, come on over to the Makers Club. If you get the annual membership, you will get all of the fruits and vegetables also that we have sewn as back content, and you can go and download them as well. So there you go. There's our apple. There you have it. Easy as, I almost want to say apple pie, but apple pie I don't find easy. So applesauce maybe, right? Easy as just an apple off a tree. How is that? So I can't wait to see all your apples. Please do remember to tag me if you're a shop or if you're a customer or sewist. Please remember to tag me on social media. I love, it brings me great joy to see them, and I actually really enjoy sharing them as well. So on Instagram, I'm Sew a Story Jennifer Long. Everywhere else, I'm Sew a Story. So thank you so much for being here. A couple things, just some housekeeping to note is that next week we are finishing up this Quilt-Along. We're pulling it all together, and we will be talking through what comes next. So at the beginning of the year, I gave you a little rundown. You can always go back and watch that video about all the great things that are coming in 2024. And at that time, I still couldn't tell you all the things. I still can't tell you all the things for the later half of the year, but we know that To Grandmother's House fabric is shipping right now, and that is really, really exciting. So that is my take on Little Red Riding Hood. And family is forever. So the big bad wolf is actually not bad. He's a part of the family, and they just live happily ever after. So that is Little Red Riding Hood. It's actually called To Grandmother's House. And we'll be sewing the felt panel together right after this. And then we're going to be going into the book. The book is actually sewing the story. You guys, it's going to be so good. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that it's no PDF. It is only a booklet. You can get it, if you're a shop, you can get it right from Riley Blake or from Checkers. If you are a customer, just do a Google search for To Grandmother's House. I also have a limited amount of signed copies. If you want to order them on the site, you are more than welcome to, and make sure that you can get prepared. Again, it's sort of like this, that you could sew one block and mix and match. The cutting is the same way that this pattern is, but it is a booklet, and there's some surprises in the book, you guys. There's a little bit of I don't want to give it all away, but it's good. It's really good. So it's meant to pull all the generations together. So it's meant that you can be cutting and sewing and have a child or all the generations kind of like going through the pattern, reading the stories, seeing the illustrations, having fun together, and building these great memories. So felt panel first, and then we're going to be sewing that book together. So maybe you might think about ordering your supplies, because it's shipping to shops now, and we want to make sure that you are prepared for all the things, because I'm sure they'll be going fast. It's so, so exciting. So like I always say, don't forget to like and subscribe this video and the YouTube channel. Come on over and make sure you signed up for our newsletters as well. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you here again next week. Bye for now. Have a great day.